Okay, so that's the way that you're supposed to do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Sure.
Stanley
So,
decided to go to
we're
the
gonna
meeting
go
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
escape instead. So we're gonna do everything the same, except instead of mind control facility, we're gonna go escape.
When Stanley came
still
to a
gonna
set
go to
of
the
two
left.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That's good. We're gonna go through here.
Yet there was not a
Don't get
single
fired
person here either.
and talk less.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
go
office.
upstairs.
Coming
Going
to a
downstairs is
staircase,
bad.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're gonna go to the boss's office. We're gonna put in
Stepping into his manager's
2,
office,
8, 4,
Stanley was
5.
once again stunned to discover
Right?
not an indication of any human
I
life.
can't not invert.
What could
Oh
it
my God.
mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly
Okay.
tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind
Wait, is
paintings,
this different?
desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. Well, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator
Oh my God, I
talk.
love this game so
That
much.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some
Holy
calming
shit,
new age
what a
music.
troll. We're calming
Feeling
down, guys.
soothed and
We're soothed.
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened
This is
passageway.
brilliant. Okay, we're gonna go to escape this time. We're gonna go that way. Talking anymore.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
No, we did
"Mind
not. We're
Control
going to
Facility."
escape. It's scummy. Here we go.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Hey Juan, are you still
The
in
door
the
behind
chat?
him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Hey Juan, can you let everybody in the groups know that it's actually working now?
At this
Legitimately?
point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
And willingly confront his death. Yes, we're willingly confronting our death, guys. Oh God. Alright. YOLO 420 swag. Well, I guess that was that. What else am I supposed to do? I don't understand. Oh. Wait, there's still things happening. I'm not dead.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
I'm about to be dead.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss,
I can't
like
move.
plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
I can't
So
do
he
anything.
resigned and willingly accepted this violent end
I can't
to
move.
his brief and shallow life.
No. I don't want to do this. No. I don't want to. I'm sorry. It froze.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Right. That's totally what happened.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I like this chick.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
This is my computer, guys. I can type on it. Oh, acrylic. Hi, acrylic. I feel like this should be important. And if I wasn't as drunk as I am, I should probably memorize this for some reason. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay. Buttons. Button sounds. A selection of the buttons used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. The Office. Like the show, but not. Can I pick up a cup? I could in the demo. Nope, I just type. Okay. Office computers. Somebody's playing solitaire. Oh, shit. What did I just do? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Boss's office. It's a pause sign. Freedom ending. Hey, we got that one. In the game's alpha. Good to know. What's all this all about? Zending. Well, good for you, game. I'm proud of you. I can't pull him. The game is now paused. This is probably important. I should probably pay attention to all of this. There's no one's happening. Okay, it's a museum. We freaking get it. I'm lost. Don't know where I'm going. Can't go in there. Can't go in there. Are you gay? Somebody write that number down, please. 11128000. Are you a rock? One more. Grandson. This is not about how surreal it is. Were you born with a magnificent voice, or did you bargain with a magician? I didn't see what most importantly was. I don't know. I can't go through the windows. Exit. Oh. Well, that's pretty obvious.
Oh, look at these two.
Oh my god, she's
How
scared the shit.
they wish to destroy one another. how they wish to control one another, how they both wish to be free.
I thought it was somebody in the chat that was laughing at me for a second.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
My controller's vibrating.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both
What do I
fail.
do?
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
I'm
Don't
gonna let
time
time choose for me. Time chose for me. I died. I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna hit quit. I spent money on you, game. I'm not gonna just not play you. Well, that didn't do much. Sydney, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so what other options do we have?
This is the story of a man
We
named
missed this part.
Stanley.
Everybody be quiet.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years
Because
at the
they're all mad at
company
you.
had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.